Teaching is a calling, and the new circumstances presented by COVID and simultaneous teaching have forced all educators to adapt. Teaching methods are evolving with the environment. What is the environment? With simultaneous teaching, a layer of instruction and management is added, with students both in person and online. The details are new, but changing environments in education are not. Example, do you remember when a new textbook was added to a class? Teachers adapted. What about that new technology called a whiteboard? Teachers adapted. Teachers have always come up with amazing ways to incorporate these changes into their instruction. What we are facing now is a big change, impacting schools across the globe. And once again, teachers are devising new strategies with inspiring results. Many examples can be found all across the country, and we are proud that some of the best examples are in Fulton County schools.
Adapting to simultaneous lessons has been challenging, but not impossible. You sit down, you just learn what you need to learn, and you make it work, and I think we've adapted pretty well.
Of course, the online is difficult. We have to acknowledge that, but we've had success.
Thankfully, we have a variety of technology available that helps ease this transition with the simultaneous teaching.
We have been able to connect with both sets of students. We build relationships on trust, respect, and love. We have routines and we have expectations, so when they come into the classroom, it's already a trusting environment. You set up work in a way that's trackable, you watch their productivity, call them by name, ask for a response, allow them to use the chat to respond to you, communicate with emojis, celebrate each other that way. You still can have that trust, that community through a camera. It just looks a little bit different.
One of the big pieces of the puzzle for me throughout the process online was we wanted to have them engage and have cameras on as much as possible, knowing that I can't hear them, so I can't always evaluate what the sound is. But if I can see what they're doing, I have a good idea of if they're doing things correctly. I can look at you and see, oh, wait a minute, check your head position, check your body position, your mouth's not quite open. If this is the word we're singing, that may not, I can give them feedback based on what I see.
Technology makes the feedback really easy. Things like Nearpod or assignments in Teams have functions that track the kids' work live, so I can see it. And when we need more private feedback or one-on-one feedback, we can use separate channels in Teams and pull the kid to the side just like we would in real life.
A lot of Nearpod has embedded quizzes and on-the-spot assessments, and I'm able to see the students respond, and I can tell them right away if their answer is correct or if maybe they need to revisit an item.
I try also to still address the group as a whole. They're all one group, whether they're in person right now or not. We're still one big family.
When they're coming in, I'll let them wave at the computer as they walk in so they can see each other. During class, I'll have my computer kids up on the loudspeaker, so when they're speaking, they're sharing to the class. They're not just sharing with me.
We reevaluated and moved one of our projectors back so that we could put a camera on the front of the room. So for those that are online, it looks the same for them as it does for everybody else.
Here at Stonewall Tell, we have an autism unit. So of course we have to make accommodations according to their IEPs. They might have to work in a smaller group or they might need some one-on-one. Even those who might be at home learning, I try to check in with them. So sometimes as I'm teaching simultaneously, I'll have the class pulled up on my computer as well as an iPad. That way, if I'm sharing my screen, I can still keep an eye on their faces. And if I see someone who needs assistance, then I can kind of check in with them and make sure that they're getting the appropriate support that they need.
They have a voice just like everybody else, and it's our job to find a way to pull it out. There may be different models and modifications to get them to the final product, but they can offer the same thing as everybody else. The cool part about music is it's an international language, and so as long as we can get the pitches and get them going, most of the kids are on the same page.
To the parent or the outsider looking in thinking, how is simultaneous instruction going to work for my kid or the kids in my community? Teachers are extremely resilient and adaptable. They always have been, they always will be. We sign up knowing our job is going to be hard every single day. Did we sign up knowing we would have a pandemic in 2020? No. But are teachers rising to the challenge? Absolutely. And I think so are kids. Technology is even making it easier to provide them the feedback, to differentiate their instruction, to support them, to talk to them one-on-one, to pull small groups. We can literally do everything we can do in person with simultaneous teaching with online resources. Does it take a lot of work? Yes. But is it possible, and is it happening, and is it going well in a lot of classes? Yes.
You have to embrace it. I mean, it is different, it's going to be different, but there still can be success.
Meaningful engagement leads to connections. Connections leads to learning. There are advantages we have historically used and taken for granted with in-person instruction, such as opportunities for social learning and human interaction. Now we are learning how to take advantage of the benefits of online learning, such as flexibility. The combination can be used effectively, and Fulton County Schools teachers are leading the way.